This is Peter Reid, and great blocking by Glenn Hussein. Barker trying to keep the pressure on. Oh, and it's a penalty for a push on Falco. It was Hussein who climbed into his back. Paul Wright is taking the penalty and scoring it. McMahon. Barnes. Channing is the defender, and then Parker. It's another penalty earned by Barnes, and really you could see that coming, and Barnes will take the kick himself. 1-1. He's set up a three-man wall, and Paul Wright tries to get past it, and does! 2-1. Wright's got both of them for Queen's Park Rangers. Barnes, McMahon in the middle, he's unmarked, and Rush, oh, terrific goalkeeping. A high-class save. Seaman had to change direction, get an arm up. Great save. Sinton. He's left Whelan. He's drawn Hussein across so that Falco can shoot. Brilliantly! What a goal! And Trevor Francis, sitting on the far side of the ground, would have had a perfect view. Barnes. It's 3-2. Trevor Francis is embraced by his wife Helen, and that says it all.
Well, no kisses, I promise you, for Tony Cottee, that's for sure. At £2 million plus, Cottee made a great start to his Everton career. Now it seems that neither he nor the club are so sure. He was angry at being substituted yesterday. I was no worse than anyone else, he moaned. Clearly, though, it wasn't his day. Chelsea won with the sort of goal that goes your way when you're top. Keown's clearance bounced off Wilson, ran loose to Steve Clark, and the fullback's third goal of the season went in off the post.
Millwall take centre stage on the match next week. Their dress rehearsal against the champions Arsenal didn't go down particularly well with the critics. Michael Thomas arriving right on cue. Millwall had taken only 1 point from their 5 previous games. They levelled it through Teddy Sheringham from Jimmy Carter's cross, Sheringham's 7th goal of the season. Wonder if he's got an ID card. Arsenal's winner from Big Niall Quinn. 2-2 now for Quinny, who's enjoying life back in the big time. It's Liverpool next for Millwall. Past the Valiant.
Norwich City players will want to forget last weekend, that's for sure. Aston Villa were looking for another goal bonanza, and this is probably the best goal Derek Mountfield will ever score. Pity it was for Norwich. No less bizarre, though, than Andy Linnigan's from Dale Gordon's corner. I'll leave you to guess what part of his anatomy got the final touch.
Manchester City, in search of their first away win, were routed. They held out for a quarter of an hour before Mark Wright followed up his own header to score. Trevor Hebbard made it 2 before half-time from Wright's flick-on. Now, Bobby Rolson picks Wright on Wednesday. Confidence won't be his downfall. Mind you, it never was. Hebbard racing through, Dibble racing out, Bishop racing back, crunch time. Dean Saunders 3-0. Saunders actually does brilliantly to keep this ball in and then sets his sights on goal before getting mugged by Brian Gale, who had become the target of abuse for City fans long before this. Colin Hendry looking on. 4-0, Dean Saunders 10th of the season. And 10 minutes left. Goddard in on the act, underlining his quality in a one-to-one situation. Nobody does it better. And a great team goal to finish with, similar to one scored by City themselves against United. The City an entirely different proposition at home. McMinn to Micklewhite, all over.
Don't call John Sillett's Coventry lucky for winning at Anfield, but Greg Downs certainly had the gods on his side here. Still, the referee believed him, and that's what matters. Trevor Peake was left, though, to hang his head in shame. It was left to the transfer-listed Downs left boot to set up the winner again, ending with Kevin Drinkle's 4th in 6 games. Useful man, Mr. Downs.
Be honest, you'd never bet against Wimbledon. Wise inevitably providing the cross, the Spurs defence with a reminder of past reputations, and Lawrie Sanchez, who earned his at Wembley with another valuable single-goal winner.
Apologies, Ron Atkinson, but we've only got one of the 3 goals that yesterday doubled your league tally for the season. And with apologies to David Hurst, who scored the missing 2, here's Dalian Atkinson making his mark from King's Cross, doing it big Ron's way.
Palace had lost 3 on the trot and had scored only 1 in 4. But as partnerships go, Wright and Bright are hard to beat. How about this? Bright, Wright and Bright, 1-0. Luton haven't won away for 11 months. They equalised late on. Perry Suckling, having conceded 26 in the league already this season, was dropped. Brian Parkin keeping the gloves warm for Nigel Martin. Danny Wilson eventually getting it in.
Plenty of red shirts are up. It's a good jump there by Robson, but he didn't make a connection. Tough, just a little back header for Rice. Only Crosby is up. Martin has come across, Ince is backing him up. Parker's through there. Oh, my goodness, within a foot of being an own goal by Pallister. Yes. Touchdown by Hodge. Now Rice. It's Parker. Chapman. Clough. Opening up for him here. Beautiful save by Leighton. He hit that with great power. Wallace. Robson. Hughes get in there. No, it was Chettle who got it away, but not much of a respite. Blackmore playing it back in. And pushed away brilliantly by Crossley. Both goalkeepers in astounding form this afternoon. There's another cross coming in there. Crossley gathered it safely. Martin playing it in towards Steve Bruce with a header! And it's in there! United in the lead on the stroke of half-time. A long free kick played in. Up goes Bruce. Pallister following it in, and Pallister gets the touch over the line.
Swindon came under pressure and Bolton rewarded with a penalty. But watch how Colin Calderwood claims that it was his hip and not his hand which connected with the ball. But the referee waved aside Colin's protests. Penalty it was, and Tony Phillips-Kirk took it. But see how Fraser Digby almost saves it. So Bolton well pleased with that start. But soon Bodin's free kick. And Comstive of Bolton is adjudged to foul Cornwall of Swindon, so it's a penalty chance for Swindon to try and equalise. But Ross McLaren elected to not use his usual powerful shot, went for placement, and Felgate saved. Bolton delighted, but not so pleased when Swindon continued to show nice vision on the ball, like young Simpson's probing run there, Shearer's good anticipation, Paul Bodin backing up well from fullback, attacking nicely, and eventually the opening comes for Steve White, and he tucks it away typically.